Right, so the first network monitoring tool we'll be using is IFTOP, which is a real-time network traffic monitoring tool for Unix-like systems that displays the bandwidth usage on network interfaces. This tool shows important details such as the source and destination IPs, the data rates, and number of active connections you have on your system. So to install, you can simply write on the console, write sudo uh, ept install IFTOP. Once you're done installing, make sure the installation is correct. So you can just write iftop. And now to run iftop, you could just write sudo iftop. Currently it's listening on ETH0, which is the network interface I'm using. Save some time here. And there you go. Now it shows all the send and receive networks and packages and stuff. So if you press T, we could cycle through the display mode. We could see the send and receive per line. Now you can see the receive traffic only, and we can see the send traffic only by pressing T. To quit iftop, you can just press Q. And if you want to check a specific interface, you could just write sudo iftop -I, let's say ETH0, which is the interface I'm using. But if you have another interface, for example, WLAN 0, my PC doesn't have that, or at least my virtual system doesn't have that, or something else like LO. But for now, I'll be using ETH0 again.
So we're gonna download Zabbix on Ubuntu. So the first step is to upgrade and update our OS first by using apt-get upgrade and apt-update. And then we're gonna download the Zabbix agent. Now we're gonna set up the agent itself. In here we're gonna configure our own server that will be used in the interface later. In here we're gonna use our own laptop IP address. Now we're gonna restart our OS so that the agent will be downloaded and integrated. Now when the Zabbix is open, it will look like this. And here we see we will type the IP address that we typed in the configuration just now. That's it. Thank you.
To install Nagios Core from Linux, we're going to Google install Nagios Core from source. We're going to click on the first result from the page. So we're going to use the Debian version of the OS. So click on that. So, and then we're going to follow ahead the command lines. So first we need to update the system and install the prerequisite packages. And we're going to download the source from the GitHub repository and compile them here. And then we're going to create the user and group for the Nagios and install the binary and service or daemon files to configure them to start on boot. We're also going to install the command mode configuration files and also the Apache configuration files. We're also going to configure the firewall so it can reach the Nagios core web interface. And then we're going to create the Nagios admin user account to log into the actual Nagios server. We're also going to and create the password from the account as it is going to be prompted later. Uh, we're going to, first of all, install the Nagios plugins and the prerequisites. And also we're going to download the plugin source from the GitHub repository and also going to compile and install them all. So first of all, let's test it out. We're going to start the system using these commands right here. After you've done that, go ahead and search for localhosts on your browser. So localhost slash Nagios. As you can see, it's up and running. Let's check out the features. So this is the map of the process. These are the hosts, the services, and also pretty much the host groups, the service groups, and also the problem tab to see if any problems arrive.
Alright, another tool that our group would like to talk about is Nmap, or, in other words, network mapping. One of the best parts of Nmap is that it's already installed on Kali Linux, which means that we won't have to go through an installation process. Nmap, or network mapping, is a tool to scan networks, allowing users to discover connected devices and identify open ports. So, first of all, I'd very much like to demonstrate how you can use Nmap to find devices from a certain IP address. Now, the command would be very simple, and that command is just nmap -sp, and then you put in the IP address right there, and that's all you need to do. So there's, as you can see the number of devices connected to this network. And here's another thing: if you wanna search for certain ports, like this for example, you can just put in the port and put in P, and that's all you pretty much need to do. Okay, so one other thing is that if you want to input the port, the thing you need to do is just to add -p after st. Okay, another thing is that if you want to you scan for specific ports, all you need to do is to add a -p after the -st, and you put in the specific ports that you want. So, like this.
In summary, each of these tools has its own strengths and weaknesses. If you need a lightweight, real-time, on-the-spot view of network traffic on a single machine, use IFTOP. If you need infrastructure-wide monitoring with alerting for service failures, downtime, and performance issues, use Nagayos. If you require comprehensive monitoring, detailed performance metrics, historical data, and advanced alerting, use Zabbix. And finally, if you need to discover devices on a network, perform security audits, and identify open ports, use Nmap.